Good afternoon. It is just a day before 2020. I just want to take this opportunity to wish you in advance a prosperous 2020. I, Dr. Faham, am back on one thing. This one thing is God the Father created Africa to be the light, not the darkness. I want to state this and explain as to why God the Father created Africa to be the light and through which country that light should emerge from. In 1862, David Livingstone, all the way from Europe, he moved from Europe, he went up to Dar es Salaam. From Dar es Salaam, he embarked on the journey on foot, going to Kigoma. From Kigoma, he reached a place called Ujiji, a little bit outside Kigoma city. That Ujiji, he was there for a while, and then he went to Zambia. As he went to Zambia, he instructed those people that followed him, that he was with. He told them, in case of death comes, his remains, his heart should be taken back and be buried at Ujiji. That is not enough. In the 10th century, Arabs from the Middle East, they arrived in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. They also embarked on the similar journey, going up to as far as Ujiji there. When they reached there, the place is just a forest. It is not that immaculate. It is not that very attractive. But they reached there, and they began on bringing some types of restrictions to the movements around that place called Ujiji. As if maybe it is not enough, there was a time that Stanley also, the businessman, had to come to Tanzania and also made a journey from Dar es Salaam going to Ujiji. And I remember very well, if my memory serves me very well, that was a place where even David Livingstone met Stanley at Ujiji. If you can try to ask yourself some critical questions, yes, some of the scholars, they have believed and they have studied that according to the worldly knowledge that David Livingstone was a missionary and an Anglican priest. He was a doctor, and at the same time he was an explorer who got involved in some type of business. And of course that business, we know what used to take place then. It was slavery. So the biggest question that you can easily ask is, what could have been the most important thing that led some Arabs to move from the Middle East to go up to Ujiji in the 10th century? What made Stanley to move from wherever he came from going up to Ujiji in Kigoma? What made Dr. David Livingstone to say, him being the priest, to say, wherever I will die from, please let my heart and all my remains be brought back to Ujiji? What is the purpose, or what could have been the reason behind all that? What I want to tell you, and this is the thing that I'm going to talk about this afternoon, is Africa was made to be the light, not the darkness. These journeys of these people that I have explained here they came into Tanzania not specifically on the purpose of the business or exploring the area, but especially on the part of David Livingstone, him being the priest. These people knew to say Kigoma is one of the most important and well-reserved places in the world where the final and the last voice of God the Father should be received from. Because of that purpose, most of the explorers, they had to make the prompt journey, and they had to make that area to be restricted to in reaching that same area, so that they could be the ones that could receive the final and the last voice of God the Father. But lo and behold, it is written in Isaiah 49 verse 16 that Ujiji place and Kigoma, in particular Tanzania, was preserved for the purpose that at the right time one thing should be received from that place. In short, what I'm saying is, spiritually, David Livingstone knew that there is a voice of God the Father which should be heard in Kigoma at Ujiji. No wonder he had to command and told all those people that my heart should come and rest here if I happen to die before receiving the voice of God the Father. All those people who have been going there. Now it happened that in 2003, the supreme voice of God the Father was received at the same place, in the same city, in Kigoma, by an African in the African country called Tanzania. And this voice was received, which stipulated that Tanzania and Africa as a whole is the light, because the supreme voice of God the Father that will proclaim and go viral into the whole world that God the Father's time has come, and the Spirit of God the Father is already here on the earth, which is living in your heart, in my heart, and we have received this God the Father here on earth. If you are to prove this, read the word of God the Father properly, and you are going to agree with me to say, because of the times and the seasons, because of the generations and biblical timings of these mathematical calculations, in line with the Spirit and the love of God the Father, it has been categorically revealed that God the Father and the time of God the Father to reign on earth is now. It is taking only those that are believing God the Father and receive Him into their hearts, so that they can enjoy the rulership of God the Father. And this is a voice which David Livingstone, which other explorers, and which other people also had to go to Ujiji in Kigoma, so that they can receive this supreme voice of God the Father and can spread it to the world. But lo and behold, this voice of God the Father had been received by an ordinary African in the country of Tanzania, which simply means, if you go in the word of God the Father, Matthew chapter 21 verse 43, it says, the time that came when Jesus Christ spoke a parable, telling the disciples to say, the nation will be taken away from you and be taken to the other nation that will bear the fruits in the due season. That parable simply meant that there would be a time that Jerusalem and Israel will no longer be considered to be the holy nation or the holy city, but the nation that will receive the supreme voice of God the Father, that will be able to bear the fruits worthy to give God the Father the glory and the honor, shall be the holy nation and the holy city. I want to tell the world, and I want to say to all the Western countries to say, oh, what they tried long time ago, it is over. Because Africa, as they perceived it at first to say, Africa is a dark continent. But today I am very much proud, and I repeat, I am extremely proud to say Africa is no longer the darkness. Africa is the light, because the supreme voice of God the Father has been heard, and the Spirit of God the Father has just emerged from Africa by using one of the countries in the East Africa, not the Middle East, but the real East coast of the African countries, where this voice has come from, that has spoken, and it has gone all over the world to say, God the Father is here on earth, and He is in your heart. He is in my heart. Just believe and take it to say, the time has come for God the Father to reign here on the earth, and let everything that had been taking place be over and be forgotten, because it is spoken in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 24 up to 28 to say, the time shall come when even the Son shall hand over the power to the Father, so that the Father should reign and be one God, one Father, one reality, one family, and be God the Father all in all. This is a time which has come for Africa. This is a time. I would like to let Europe know, Australia know, America know, Australia, New Zealand, America, all of these continents get it from me to say, God the Father is back on the face of the earth. It is high time that now you realized to say, the holy nation is Tanzania. The holy city is Kigoma. And you need to start coming to Kigoma in Tanzania as the holy seat of God the Father, because God the Father has established that. And this coming of God the Father here on the earth in your heart has established one love. There is no discrimination. There is nothing to be pointing fingers at each other. There is no white. There is no black. There is no Asian. There is no American. All of us, we are what? We are one. And we must enjoy the oneness of God the Father and the love of God the Father that can never be broken, that has emanated in Tanzania. God the Father bless you and prosperous 2020.